to kick things off, the Chiefs, just to, I guess, paint the picture for them, they played 13 games this season, and they're sitting at a record of 12-1, which is tied with the Lions for the best record in the league. And they've played like one of the best teams in the league, in my opinion. Just to throw out a few stats for how they've been winning games this season, they're 11 out of the 13 wins that 11 out of the 13 games that they've played this season have been decided by 7 points or less. So very tight margins in almost every single game that they play. And 5 out of those 11 games that were decided by 7 points or less were actually decided by a field goal or less. So 3 points or less. So super tight and competitive games. And they just time and time again find a way to thug it out, get through the game, and win when it matters most. Now, I think a lot of things kind of come into play when you talk about being able to win close games, comeback victories and things of the sort. Like, there's obviously the skill element that you have to have. Like, you have to be a good team to be able to withstand blows and fight back. But there's also some luck that comes into play. And I just feel like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense this season, like, if you give him the ball to close things out, whether it's a touchdown or just getting his team into position to kick a field goal, it feels like an almost automatic bet that he's going to get it done. Some of their close game stats this season have just been insane. And I think even in comparison to last season, last season they weren't as good in the clutch. And I just think you've seen steady improvement along the margins for them. And one thing I kind of want to highlight for this team is they have been decimated by injuries. Like, they lost Rashee Rice to a knee injury. He's out for the season. Hollywood Brown with a shoulder injury, out for the season. And they're also down a bunch of key receivers, tackles. I think they're down a tight end. Their kicker's injured. And that's kind of the scary part. And then another piece to that, I just think in comparison to last year's team, I think the team that they're playing with this season is worse. Like, last year, I feel like they were just flat out better. Like, they had Rashee Rice healthy. I think their offensive line was better last season. Travis Kelce was a year younger, so he had a little more energy and sprite in his step. And last of all, but Patrick Mahomes, I feel like he's played below his mean this season. If you kind of been watching, like, he's been very well, but we kind of hold Patrick Mahomes to a higher standard, and he started to pick it up as the seasons progressed, but that's just been the thing with them, finding a way to win these games. And just time and time again, whether it's a blocked field goal or, the last game they rimmed the field goal off, like, it bounced in. Like, I had never seen anything like that. They just continue to amaze me, and I'm so excited. I'm going to knock on wood here, but it looks like there's a collision course waiting to happen and in the Super Bowl. And I'm not gonna say the other team right now. I'll leave that up to your guys' imagination. But yeah, the Chiefs have been dominant this season, and that's even with all the injuries and just trials and tribulations that they face.